Okay, so this is a basic guide to lycan. Be jungling. So, basic skill build. You obviously take wolves level 1. For items, you start with the quelling blade, ring of protection, 2 clarities, and 1 tango. You do this so you have enough mana regen and health regen when you need to tank, because your wolves can't take everything. At about 30 seconds in, you want to use your first, 40 seconds, you want to summon your wolves so you can scout each rune. You want to put them at each respective spot so you can at least see what happens around the map. And by the time the cooldown's back up, you'll have full mana and everything, so you don't have to worry about that.
My instincts are keen.
You can hotkey the wolves too if you want, it helps you. But it shouldn't matter too much since you'll be with your wolves most of the time. Creep spawn about 30 seconds. General path is you want to start here at the small camp, and you should be able to clear it before the second spawn, meaning you can clear this camp once, back out, and it'll spawn again, and then you can kill it off. But in case that doesn't happen, if you get a Centaur here or an Ursa here, you're going to want to not do those. They're pretty strong level 1. You're going to want to try to pull, or even pull this one.
The battle begins.
And if all else fails, you can pull this one again, or try your luck at one of these. Centaurs aren't that much of a problem, but they will drop you pretty low. So you summon the fountain, get full mana, and make your way towards the small camp. In an actual game, though, this is just a practice game. In a real game, you'll have a chicken most of the time. So, yeah. The reasoning for the Quelling Blade over the Stout Shield is your wolves will be tanking most of the time, so you'll be there to deal the damage. You won't need to tank that much. Okay, so you start here. You want to focus one down each. When one wolf gets low, you want to pull it back so it gets, they stop hitting it. Because you obviously don't want them to die. You want to deal the maximum damage possible. So you want to trade blows so that your wolves stay alive. You back out of this camp, wait for the 1 minute mark, so the creeps spawn again. And at this point, see, one's dead already. That kind of sucks, but whatever. You want to summon them, focus down weak units so you can kill them right away. You pretty much just want to spread the damage out as much as possible. Even take some, some blows to the hero, it doesn't matter. You will regen some of it. You take Feral Impulse level 2 because, look at my mana, I obviously don't have very much. So I can't spam Howl as much as I'd want to. See, here's a big scary creep, I don't want to do that yet. I can do that level 2-ish. See, here we go. We got Satyrs, these are a lot weaker. My Wolves are a little low, I'm gonna try to get some more mana into this clarity so I don't waste all of it. But, yeah, there we go. Pulling the wolves back will help your damage output a lot. I mean, they do a lot of damage. They speed up your jungle time immensely. So, yeah. Oops. I just cleared it with this guy attacking me. That's what you do not want to do. You don't want to get canceled by these creeps. You want to level up wolves primarily because they get stronger overall. They gain damage, they gain attack, well, base attack time, meaning they have a lower base attack time, so they'll attack faster. Damage and health, so they can tank more. You pretty much want to just avoid getting individual wolves killed. You want to spread the damage out as much as possible. You have a set of tangos, so you can help do that. And this is where pulling is not completely necessary if you have a chicken. Like, I have 500 gold, I could get a Bastion of Clarity if I needed to. But pulling will completely help your pull, or your jungle. It'll save you a lot of HP, get you a couple levels, and help your laner out.
As must be.
Like right now, I don't have a chicken, so I'm just waiting on mana. It's either this. If I don't pull, I would be trying to do this camp without a wolf, and which would completely own me. So I do not want to do that.
My instincts are keen.
You can auto-attack the creeps to kill them faster, but if you have a laner, the problem with that is it's going to push your lane. You're going to get a double wave, and their wave is going to push to the tower. In most cases, you don't want to do that. You want to try to help them out as much as possible. Since early game, you really don't contribute a lot to the game. And the problem with these is, as soon as there's 3 units, it will automatically use its spell. So if it's an Ursa, it would have thunderclapped and done a billion damage. which I do not want to happen. And they also have priority over lower units. So you want to move them back and tank. See, look, as soon as I attack with this, it'll switch to that. So you want to pull it back after every attack. Now that I'm 4, I don't have mana, I'm going to pick up a Bassi at the side shop. Normally, in a real game, you can get a clarity from here and the Bassi, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I have no mana, so I'm going to take Feral Impulse again, just for the extra attack damage and all that stuff, because I just don't have the mana. You want to see Ogres, they're very easy. This is a satyr that's very difficult to kill at this early stage of the game, especially with one wolf. And at this point, I'm going to show you how to abuse this pull here. This pull, I honestly believe, should not be in the game. It is completely broken and pretty much makes this jungle broken as fuck. So at approximately 35 seconds, you want to step into it, drag them all the way back. You want to stop approximately right here so the creeps do not drag into tower and take damage from it. If they do, the creeps will die pretty much instantly and it'll completely screw up your pull. But you can kill these. They'll kill one creep, and as soon as they kill one creep, you drag these over. And as long as you... Actually, I probably did it too early. Yeah, I did way too early. You want to kill these off, and if you did it right, you can pull these creeps. I fucked up, obviously, but you can pull these creeps to here and farm 2 creep camps at the same time. But it doesn't make that big of a difference since I have the wolves up. But if I didn't have any mana at all, I would be completely fucked, and I probably should have done that.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yeah, once you have a Bassi, it completely speeds up your jungle. Your wolves tank for a lot longer, and it gives you much needed mana regen. You want to rush first item Vlad's, so you can... Well, it gives you great sustainability in the jungle. You'll be able to sit in here for a majority of the game, farm up, and you can solo push. And it even gives you enough mana to use Howl every once in a while. Just remember, if you get Furbolgs, don't try to do them until you have decent levels. They will kick your ass, so that's a big problem.
As must be.
Hold on one sec. Okay, I'm back. My grandma's in the room, so yeah. Here, I'm just going to kill the creeps as soon as I can. And it's approximately 6 minutes. I'm level 5. That's not horrible. 26 CS. I have half of Vlad's around there, give or take. So, and this is with me messing up this pull here. That would have got me a whole big camp. And that makes a big difference. Later on, when you're stronger and you don't want to get stomped, you can drag one wolf outside, or just summon wolves after you kill this to stomp a creep. Because it really does. It kind of owns you. It's a 2-second stun. Howl gives you greater damage output than 1 level of Feral Impulse. The problem with that is it uses 15 mana at level 1. And to constantly spam that while your wolves are up is kind of a... It makes it really difficult to manage your mana, especially early on in the game like this. So I skip it for a while until I have enough mana, or if I go heal or something. But yeah.
Of course.
Ult should always be taken at 6, so you have a means of escaping, and it does. You can gank with it too. It gives you presence on the map, pretty much. It helps you do whatever you need to do. Yeah, see, this is stacked. I absolutely do not want to touch that.
The wolf runs.
Generally, around level... pretty much whenever you finish your Vlads, you can smoke into Roche here. Have your team ward on this hill, either here, so you can see them coming, or here, pretty much any of these general areas. Will make it so your Roche is safe. Oh my god. And once your Roche is safe, you can pretty much solo it within about a minute, around there. If you have a level Howl or a teammate to help you, it'll be quicker. But this hero can Roche very quickly and very early. Not as quickly as Ursa, but around the same time. And early Roche is extremely helpful for your team. If you can't benefit by ganking, if you can't help your team up by ganking or pushing with them, then Roche is almost just as good. It gives you a huge advantage, it gets you back in the game, and does everything for you. So yeah, I would have my Vlads, but I unfortunately don't have a chicken because I'm playing a practice game. But yeah, I would have my Vlads. I would have full HP right now, and my wolves would not be dying as fast, and I'd have mana to spam.
Mine now.
But it's okay. It happens.
Beware the wolf.
I want to show this pull one more time, so we can basically get the time. You can... I'm going to stack this first, just to show... I don't know if it'll work with the slow creep, but I'm going to stack it first anyways. You pull it this way, up to right about here, and then you stop. And at this point, you walk back with the wave. And you have to watch the timer here. At about 3-4 seconds, hit one of the creeps and walk back. This allows you to bring all the creeps without having to walk all the way back in.
Yes.
So you can pull them here, and now you have a perfectly double-stacked small camp. And at this point, if you have wolves, you can use them for the extra damage, you know, help you clear the way faster. But this is what's great. Now you can pull this. I'm going to stop the wolves so they don't do as much damage and kill the wave off. I'm going to pull this out here. As soon as I say get close and they're not dying fast enough, I'm going to auto-attack them here. See, look, now I just pulled 2 double stacks.
The wolf runs.
Scourge Jungle is completely abusable by any hero, not just Lycanthrope. You can do this with any support hero or anything. And now I'm effectively farming 4 creep camps with 1 of our creep waves. This completely denies the enemy laners of any experience, first of all, because all these creeps die off. You can deny them too, but I don't want to because I need some help killing this. But yeah, this is basically why Scourge Jungle is so broken. You can abuse this pull all the time.
The wolf is at your door.
Oh god, I might die. But yeah, if you have a chicken and you can get Vlads, you can sit in this jungle for as long as you want. There's no stopping you. The only problem is if you don't get your items right away, you... Look at my HP. I will die if anybody walks in here. And this is how it is early game too. You will die if somebody comes to gank you. There's no question about it. You will just die. So you need to be aware of all their laners. Make sure they're where they're supposed to be, or if they're off the map, you're somewhere safe, like up here. So you can see them, or you have a chance to get away if they come up. Yeah, the general item path is you want to rush a Vlad's. It gives you the lane sustainability. You can solo push lanes extremely fast. It gives you mana regen. It gives you lifesteal. It helps your wolves. It increases everybody's damage output. It does everything this hero needs. This hero has 3 attack damage steroids, so Vlad's just pretty much adds on top of that. So it's basically 2 auras for your team, Howl giving 50 damage to everybody, and Vlad's giving extra 16%. That's pretty huge. Not every jungle hero contributes that much to your team. And the beauty of Lycan compared to, let's say, an Enigma, who, you know, can be compared to like a teamfight utility hero, is when you're at this 11-minute stage of the game, when teams are grouping up, ganking, and pushing. For example, if they ganked our mid, and there's 4 people pushing, this is the time where I have my Vlads. I have boots if they come to me. I have a TP skull. I can be pushing this top lane alone while their 4 heroes are mid. And with maybe 1 or 2 heroes here spamming the wave, I'll be able to push at a faster rate than they will. With your wolves and your Vlads and your Howl, you'll be able to push extremely fast against anybody. And even if they do come, if they TP in, you can just ult out. There's no stopping you. They're going to need to be there beforehand to stop you from pushing and abort the push, or just completely pay attention to you all game. And this is where the hero shines. If they're spending all their time just focusing on your hero, your team is free to do whatever they want, and vice versa. If they focus on your team, you can sit in the lane and just push and pressure their base all game. So it's a decision they have to make. It's either do we focus all our resources stopping Lycan, or do we go team fight and try to win the game early? See, he opens up so many opportunities for your team just by pushing these lanes. Look at how fast I'm clearing creep waves. And the beauty of it is, these wolves are invisible. If I'm farming back here away from their tower and I don't want to get ganked, I can leave a wolf right in front of their tower and hold position it. And it'll just stay there, invisible. Pretty much like a free ward. And they will have no idea. There's nothing they can do about that. If there's somebody there, then I can run. I mean, look at that. 2 towers,